Welcome to today's class with Yoga with Dora. It's a gentle class. We're going to start with cleansing, getting the body ready. We want to cleanse the body first because we don't want to use the postures to sort of like enforce whatever toxins are in us. So first we start with a couple of breathing practices to release the toxins. Then we further cleanse through the postures, and then when we got the body ready for it, then we focus on the mind with meditation. Okay, so come into a comfortable seated position, or you can lie down on the ground on the constructive rest. Really be aware of how this centering pose feels comfortable for you. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable with that, and just arrive into your physical body and onto your mat. Lift the top of the head up towards the ceiling. Let the sit bones sink down. Allow yourself to feel what is going on today. Noticing how the lower triangle between the knees and the sit bones feel, tucking the tailbone under and just tilting the pelvis until you feel that support, that groundingness in the legs. Activating the muscles, stabilizing the spine, lifting up. Top of the head reaches up towards the ceiling and the shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed, facial muscles are relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Find your perfect asana, your perfect position for centering. The perfect position is when you feel stability. You feel strength in the body, but at the same time you feel this effortlessness, this subtleness, and the breath can flow freely. Connect with the rhythm of the inhalation, expanding, filling you up, letting your belly expand. And on the exhalation, the navel coming to the spine, contracting, squeezing all the air out. Just stay here for a few cycles, arriving to your practice, arriving to the physical body, arriving to the breath, keeping the mind anchored to connecting the physical body and the breath together. Allow the breath to fill you up, and notice that already here you can start to connect with creating balance. If you're feeling a little bit down, I must admit I have the holiday blues coming back to this weather, then concentrate on this breathing in, lifting, expanding, filling up. And on the exhalation, letting everything go, squeezing out all the tightness, all the tension from the body. So you're connecting with this receiving, giving. When you're feeling down, you're stuck in the lower energy center. So I wouldn't say, okay, let's use the word depressed, but depression means when everything is pressed down. So the lower energy centers are taking all your focus. And then we want to lift that a little bit, open the heart, distribute the energy a little bit more evenly. Or if you're feeling tired or scattered or a little bit anxious, then use the breath to bring the energy through the head and feel the energy moving down, connecting to the legs, connecting to the feet, so grounding you. And on the exhalation, exhaling the same, any tightness, any anxiousness, anything that you feel that is disturbing your mind and your body. So use the breath, the physical body, and your intention together to bring you back to balance. Sounds complicated, but it's actually so easy when we just stop for a second and connect with it. What are you in need of at this moment, this precise moment? And then bring the hands together. Let's tune in with the Om mantra on the next exhalation 3 times. Om. Making your intention for today's class, knowing which way you want to steer your ship. Which way do you want to go? And then relax the hands, open up the eyes. We're starting with the Kapalabhati breathing, cleansing through the navel and lifting the energies up. This is also called the skull shining breath and really clears the head, opens up the heart. And with the active movement of the navel, it cleanses all the toxins in the abdominal regions. Exhalation is active, inhalation happens naturally. Face is nice and smiley, so we're not doing it from the whole body, just from the navel. You can have the hand on the belly if you wish to. 3 times 30. I'm going to do the fast rhythm, but your own rhythm, whatever feels comfortable, okay? Just listen to the body. If you have high blood pressure, just go with a really slow rhythm, so maybe only do 10 while we do the 30 counts. Or if anything like glaucoma, anything with the eyes, just slowly. So you just have this inhale, and on the exhalation you're bringing the navel in and you're pumping that very slowly, okay? Mindfully. And after each round, we take an inhalation, keep it in as long as we feel like it, and on the exhalation, and whenever you're ready, just let it out. Listen to your body. The breathing practices is really about what feels natural for you today, but they're very important. They create this cleanse. Let's start. Keep it in as long as you feel comfortable. Never force the holding in of the breath, just whatever feels comfortable. So you can increase the rhythm as we practice this more and more often. Kapalabhati breathing. Cleansing of toxins. Second round. Observe how you're feeling. Third round. Close your eyes and notice the sensations. Sometimes we think that intense physical postures will have the most benefit. Breathing practices are actually the ones which really will escalate our progress. Through the breath, we can create all the changes we want. Open up the eyes. Let's go down to the floor. We can release the block. Lie back down. Feet bend. Legs together. Hands to the side. Relax the shoulders. Open up the shoulder blades. Lift the head and bring the chin in a little bit. Get into a comfortable position and just realign the spine, that you're pressing the whole of the spine now, and you have a little bit of tilting in the pelvis, creating these lengths. We're going to just start with gentle little twists, right, just going about 30 degrees with both knees, and then coming back to the center, and then going to the left. If you feel that having the legs together is challenging, you can have them hip distance apart, so just a little bit of distance between them, and then start going from right to left like a pendulum. And you may feel that your hips feel a little bit tight, so just really go with the feeling that feels comfortable. Just almost like oiling here, creating a soft movement. So we're still in the Pitta season, although the weather doesn't really show it, but actually that's not really true, because Pitta is fire and water, and now we're having more of the water element. So the fire is in the navel. It's the solar energy, the sound, the moving ahead, the activation, and the water is the lunar element, the feelings, the emotions. And when emotions get stuck, or we feel that we are too governed by the emotions, like we feel when the full moon is affecting us. So when we're working with the Pitta energy, we work a lot with the navel. So noticing this twist, how you're working at the same time at the pelvis, where the water resides, and we're working at the navel as well. So when you're going to the side, you're releasing. And on the when you're coming back to the center, you're exhaling, you have to bring the navel to the spine, activating the core. So you're nicely working on the base of the spine, the pelvis and the navel, and the upper body is nice and subtle. So allowing these elements to flow freely, to sort of connect with the breath, and just creating a little bit of movement. So whatever is dislodged can be free, and wherever there's stagnation, while we move, energy goes there. And then come back to the center. Oh, sorry, I think we started to the right, so let's go to the left. Well, just once going the other, just one direction will make a difference, but the Pitta wants everything perfect. So coming into the legs, separated about hip distance apart, bring the arms back to the mat. We're gonna come into 7 bridge rolls. Just go nice and comfortable, but activating all the core muscles. So you're pressing the soles of the feet to the ground, tucking the tailbone under, lifting up vertebra by vertebra, squeezing the glutes, activating the thighs, core, and you're lifting up nice long neck. And then come down on the exhalation, scoop the belly in. So again, notice how we're lifting up, we're activating the core muscles, so we're creating that fire in the belly, that movement. And as we come up, we open up the heart. So we're not letting the energies get stuck down at the base, but we're lifting it up. I think that was 2 or 3. So we're going, let's go 3. Just whatever feels comfortable for you. You don't have to come up this high. You can stay higher or come up higher. 4. Just enjoy the movement. So you feel like you're lifting your pelvis all the way to the sky, and you sort of like creating a flow, and at the same time the navel is active. 6. And 7. Really, bridge rows are amazing if you spend a lot of time seated or in the front of a computer. I know, come down. I know a lot of us are back to work, like full, bringing the chin in, bringing the knees in, and rocking from side to side. So you spend a lot of time sitting or bringing your shoulders in. Then bridge rows are very, very, very effective for as a counter pose. So we're going to rock up to a seated position. If your lower back is sensitive, turn to the side and come up with the help of the hands and the elbows. Otherwise, just enjoy a little bit of freedom of rocking through the spine, and then rock through all the way into the all fours. If you want, and you have your blanket or your cushion close by, put them underneath the knee, coming into the all fours, realigning the hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips, and then look back, hide the toes, roll the shoulders back, top of the head reaches away, active core, so the navel to the spine, lower back coming towards the ceiling, and let's connect with the cat-cow. On the inhalation, opening from the base of the spine, letting the belly come towards the floor, extending into this U shape, looking ahead softly, head moving last, and on the exhalation, tucking the tailbone under, vertebra by vertebra, creating the cat stretch, navel to the spine. It's almost like you want to put your middle back towards the ceiling and then let the head hang. Do it in your own rhythm. We practice this pose regularly, so just connect with what feels nice for you. Remember, the movement can be tiny or it can be exaggerated. Really listen to that. Our intention is to breathe through the whole of the spine. Send a little bit of energy to every single vertebra. The movement and the breath are synchronized. As long as the inhalation, as long is the movement, as long as the exhalation is the movement. And keep glancing at the microphone if it's still okay. Really like a instrument, a musical instrument, like imagine your spine and just playing on that instrument, caressing every single vertebra. And then come back into the neutral position. We're gonna come into the tiger, activating the core. Extend the right leg back first, stretch the heels away, and then lift the right leg up. If this is too much already, you can lift the right leg down, activate the core, roll the shoulders back, lengthen that leg away. If you're okay extending the left hand forward, do so. And then we're going to have 5 lift lengthenings. We're lengthening the left fingertips away and reaching the right leg back. Anytime you feel this is too much, come down, but try to activate the core and make that water move. Inhale. That's already 3. Stand here. Breathe. 4. Exhale. 5. Bring the arms back and the legs and come down. Just roll the shoulders. Maybe sit back and roll the shoulders if you felt it. If you feel it very much on the wrist, you can come down onto the elbows as well here. Nice and soft. Just roll the shoulders as well. So notice what feels, and have a little break and feel into there, okay? Even without me saying it, be present in the body. Let's go to the other side. Extend the left leg, lift it up, push the heel away, activate the core. If you're okay, extend the right hand forward. 5 deep breaths. Try to let the fingers extend forward, the heel extending back, core in the middle is active. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands back. Open up the knees and just release into child's pose. Wiggle in a little bit in it if you wish to. Forehead can come to the mat or be supported by that little tower with the knuckles. And just move the hips a little bit here. It's like you're creating freedom in the body. And just settle there. And then slowly come back. Take your blanket away and make your way to a standing position. Nice and slow. Taking your time. Hopefully you're feeling warm after the tiger and you're ready for our standing position. We're going to start with the warrior 2, coming into a wide stance. And the right leg will go 90 degrees, back leg parallel, or the heels are pushing out. Check in the alignment so you're feeling happy in the knees and the hips are squaring to the front. Roll the shoulders back, inhale, exhale, bend the knee, and let's just work with the legs before we add the arms. So just making sure that the knee is in line with the ankle, doesn't come further, and the knee is pointing the same direction as the second and the third toe. Feel this opening in the hips, tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the glutes, and when you have all of that in alignment, bring the arms up and extend the arms up. So we're going to connect a little bit with this lifting of the mood. You know, I always connect with how I feel, and at the moment I do feel like I just want to sort of like go within and feel sorry for myself. So the best way to do this, to get out of this, is to open the heart again. So we're going to add a little arm movement in our warrior 2. On the inhalation, we're going to just externally rotate the arms and open up the palms. So you feel that you open up the chest and you're ready to receive. You can even look up a little bit. And on the exhalation, turn it back and turn the head down and release that. Inhale, open up. So feel that you're opening your heart, you're opening your throat. And on the exhalation, release. You don't have to do the head and the neck if you feel sensitive there. Inhale, lift, open. Exhale. 2 more breaths. Feel you really opening up that chest and the front of the arms. And then 1 more. And coming back. Bending the knees, relaxing. Sorry, oh no, I was not going into side angle pose, but we're going into Trikonasana. So we either straighten the front leg, or you can have a mini bend in there. I'm going to reach out to the right side, being aware that we still keep the hips in alignment. So one hip is stacked on top of the other. So we're not coming into the side, but leaving it nice and even. Inhaling, and on the exhalation, the right hand on the thigh, underneath the knee, or all the way down to the floor. Or you can do the Ashtanga hook, when you hook your middle and index finger over the big toe and you're lifting up. So try not to collapse the weight wherever you're holding your leg, so it's a little bit of just a support, and the opposite arm reaches up. With the gaze, you can gaze towards the floor, straight ahead, or if your neck allows, you can lift up the gaze all the way to the top. 5 deep breaths. So feel the length in the side of the body, both sides, so you're not shortening even on the right side, and you're opening the heart again. You can have a mini bend in that front leg if this is too much, but actually, take that, come higher. So have the leg straight and come higher if you can't have it straight. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, slowly come up, lengthen, bring the hands down, turn the right leg towards the front, parallel legs, and prepare to go to the left side. 90 degrees on the left leg. Take your time to align the legs, that the knees are feeling happy, hips are squaring forward. Take your time to align with the leg position. You may have to shorten or widen your stance. Find this space for the alignment. And then only lift the arms when you're ready there. Okay? For this one, we have the gaze forward. And then we're going to come into the 5 gentle chest openers. Inhale, open up, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, open up, look up. Exhale, release. Inhale, open the chest. Inhale. One last one. And come back, preparing for Trikonasana. Straighten the left leg. Reach out to the left. Inhale. And on the exhalation, find your pose. Anywhere on the thigh, under the knee, calves. Open up the chest. Breathe. Exhale, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale with the half of the core and the hand come all the way up. Release the hands, realign the legs, and walk the feet together. Coming back into the Tadasana, rooting the feet down, bring the legs together for this one because we're just gonna come into a chair pose. I'm gonna turn sideways, tucking the tailbone under, activating the core, lengthening up. Inhaling, and on the exhalation, sitting back onto your chair, lifting the arms up, rocking the shoulders back, tucking the tailbone under. Just realigning here. 5 deep breaths. Feel that fire in the belly. Feel that you come up higher, but just make sure that you have this activation in the core and the length in the lower back. Come as low as you can. So really being mindful that the breath is still strong and you're lengthening in the spine and you're tucking the tailbone under, okay? 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. Inhale, reach up and lengthen. Exhale, come back. Roll the shoulders back. Okay? So we're going to come into the warrior 1 position now. Just step back with the left leg. Right leg forward. And just check in that you have the hips squaring forward and you feel comfortable in the legs. So just make the wideness of the legs that feels comfortable. Hips squaring forward, front leg again, bend, in alignment with the knee and the ankle, and the knee pointing in the same direction as the toe. So actually, the right leg is the same as we had it in the warrior 2. It's just the back leg is turned inwards and the hips are squaring forward. When you're happy with the legs, reach the arms up. Inhale, reach the arms up. Extend up with the fingertips, but roll the shoulders back into their sockets. Breathe. Feel the lifting of the chest, the opening. Exhale, 3. Tuck the tailbone under, lengthening the spine. If you want, you can spread the fingers. You can keep them together. What feels natural? Exhale, 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, stretch that front leg out and softly try to lean forward like we did with the Trikonasana. So you're reaching forward. Inhale. And on the exhalation, release. And again, put the hand on the thigh, underneath the knees, all the way down to the floor. Let the head hang here. If this is too much, you can have the micro bend. But actually, I try today that you come a little bit higher with the hands and keep the legs straight. And just release here, pyramid. All of these postures that we are doing now, warrior 2, Trikonasana, warrior 1, and the pyramid pose, are working, activating the first, second, and third energy centers beautifully, and also the heart. So we added a little bit of opening in the heart, moving the energy, lifting our mood. So when you fold forward, fold at the hip, feel the massage of the breath on the pelvic region, the navel, and just relax into the pose. Effortless effort. And that's the only instructions we have received in the scriptures, in the yoga scriptures, in the yoga sutras about the physical posture, about asana. We receive so many instructions about meditation, breath, concentration, but with the physical postures, all we receive is effortless effort. So we create strength, but we relaxed in that strength. Inhale, exhale, 4. Inhale, exhale, 5. Inhale, bend the front knee. Slowly rise up, nice and soft. Keep your balance and then come back to the center into mountain position. That's where we started. Okay? Take a moment to realign and then we're going to the other side. Okay? So right leg comes back, left leg forwards. Take your time, find your position with balance. The wider the legs together, the more easier is to keep your balance. Hips squaring forward, front leg bent. May differ from day to day. This side I need to be a little bit smaller in my stance. And then whenever you're happy with the legs, effortless effort is happening there, reach the arms up. Lift up with the fingers, lift up with the top of the head, tuck the tailbone under, activate the core, feel the openness in the heart. Breathe. Exhale 3. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale. Lengthen the left leg, straighten it out. Reach out and extend so you keep the beautiful straight spine. And then on the exhalation, release the hands, thighs, calves, floor, wherever you are on that journey. Let the head hang, lengthen the spine. 5 deep breaths in here. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale, bend the left leg and just actually bring the knees down. Arrive into the all fours and then walk the knees back so you're in the half plank. And we're going to release to the floor and come into the cobra posture. So just stretch the legs away, bring the hands in line with the ears, press the pelvis to the ground, press the forehead to the ground, and just prepare here a little bit. Then inhale, lift a tiny bit, hover, lengthen the top of the head away from the sit bones, and then gently rise up until you feel comfortable. And on the exhalation, roll down. We're going to have 4 more cobra lifts. Hug the pelvis to the mat, really strong core. Only come up until the lower back is happy. So lift, hover, lengthen, and lift from there. Roll the shoulders back. Only lift until you feel comfortable. This is where I'm quite curious if the microphone will still work, because on the beach video, it didn't like the cobra poses. So I'm hoping that it is okay now. That's about 3 breaths. But take your time. If I'm going too fast, go slower. Only lift until you feel comfortable. Really connect with this cobra, this rooting down with the legs and the pelvis. And you're lifting the heart up, energizing, opening the heart. One more breath. And release down. Let the arms come underneath, drop the hips. Just nice and comfortable. Relax in here. Wiggling the hips from side to side. And then slowly push back into a child's pose or a downward facing dog. So it's really up to you if it feels more comfortable for you just to relax in a child's pose, or cat-cow is an option as well, or push back
into a downward facing dog with the legs bent or straight. Let the head hang, relax in here. 5 deep breaths wherever you are. Exhale 4. Exhale 5. Inhale. On the exhalation, bring the knees down. You can bring the blanket back if you wish to. I'm just going to quickly show you. We're going to go into one more heart opener when we're activating the core as well. We're going to start from all fours, and then we're going to lift the left, so the weight is on the right leg, extending the left leg, activating the core, reaching up and lengthening. You can stay here, or you can extend the leg up, arm up as well. But actually, we're going to have a movement here. So in the inhalation, we're going to extend the left hand and the left fingertips away and the left arm, like we started at the tiger at the beginning. And then on the exhalation, we're bringing the knees and the elbows together, but sideways, not how we normally do with you need your balance. And then reach up on the inhalation, open up, look ahead. And on the exhalation, we're bending the leg and trying to touch the left hand and the left leg together. So inhale, extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend the arm this time up and looking ahead. Exhale, touch it. So if you don't want to lift the leg, and then just inhale, extend. Exhale, just bring in as much as you can. Inhale, extend. And exhale, just bring the hand back and open up the heart, okay? 5 deep breaths. So let's start with weight on the... So evenly activate the core. Don't let yourself collapse on the right leg and the right hand. Lift the left hand and the left leg up. Inhale, extend the left fingers and the leg away. Exhale, come in, navel, elbow and the knees together in the navel. Inhale, open up, lengthen. Exhale, open up the heart, reach back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the core, lengthen up, open up the heart. That was 2. So go in your own time, really opening and activating on the inhalation. 3. Inhale. Inhale. 4. Last one. 5. And then come back to the center. Maybe have a rest in the child's pose if you wish to, just wiggle from side to side. Really feel the activation of the core at the same time, the lengthening in the body, but you open up the heart. Try not to collapse on the knees and the hands. Let's do the other side. So this time the weight is on the left hand and leg, and then you're opening the right leg and arm. Inhale, extend, reach out. Exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, open up, look ahead. Exhale, open up, so it's a back bend. So really mindful of how you're feeling in the lower back. In the back bends, always supporting the lower back with the core. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. 2. Inhale.
3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. And then come back into the child's pose again. Or actually, if you feel like you're ready for a bit of movement, I'm getting more energized, then you can come into the downward facing dog or cat cow as well. 5 deep breaths, just realigning here. See the balls back to the sky. The head is nice and relaxed. Long spine. Deep, continuous breath. One more deep breath. Inhale. And on the exhalation, come down onto the knees and sit back behind the ears. Come into a cross-legged position. So you can put the blanket, we're going to come into a twist. You can put the blanket underneath the sit bone. You can have the legs crossed at the ankles, shin, or you can come into the half lotus as well. And this time, just have the left leg in front, so the left foot on top if you're a half lotus. Right, because we're going to the twist to the right. Okay, so if you want to try this half lotus, try to bring the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, okay? And it should be nice and comfy on the knees. Lift up and lengthen, roll the shoulders back, bring the right hand behind you, left hand over across to the knee, lengthen up, inhale, and from this length, make your way into the exhalation, into the twist. I like to move the belly, the chest, the shoulders, and the head last, and relax into the twist. So the aim is first and foremost to lengthen the spine. Try not to lean back, straight spine, and then you move into the twist. The inner fire is active now, lifting the energy up. And you're squeezing out anything that doesn't serve you anymore. Exhale, 5. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Lengthen up, swap the legs around. Left leg front in the cross-legged or half lotus or wherever you are. Left hand comes behind, right hand comes across on the left knee. Lengthen up first. And on the exhalation, move yourself into the twist. The arms are just there as little helpers, so don't push it. Let the breath move you into the pose. Inhale. And then slowly come back to the center. Bring the soles of the feet together, so just realigning the hips after the twist. Center position. And you can just stay here, lengthening. You can play around with how close your heels are to yourself. So your options are to put your heels far away and just lengthen up, or you bring your heels as close to your groin as you feel comfortable. If you find this really easy on the inner thighs, you can even start to come into a forward fold. But just mindful that you're folding in the hips and you're nice and comfortable. Just relaxing as much as you feel your body allows you. Letting your body be the guidance and your breath, not your ego. And if you can, then really focus on that length in the spine rather than how deep you fold. So the focus points are folding in the hips and letting the spine lengthen and the breath to flow freely. It will come. Practicing regularly, you will notice that your body is becoming freer and freer, and you can release into those poses. So you're putting in the effort by focusing on the alignment and the breath. And then your benefits, your release will happen effortlessly. Just surrender here for 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. And on the inhalation, slowly rise up. Get comfortable for the breathing meditation. So whatever is your most comfortable position, you can sit on a chair as well, or you can lean towards the wall. We're going to use the segment breath, so 4 segments. I will show you in a second, and we're also going to use a mudra. So the mudra is going to be the Gyan mudra. I need to put this mudra in because it's the yoga of knowledge and wisdom. Index finger coming together with the thumb, resting on the knees, palms turning upwards to connect upwards. Okay, so the mudra is Gyan mudra, index finger together with the thumb, softly. And the breathing is through the nose, in and out. Is like we're inhaling and like we're filling up in segments like a tank. So it's like you pumping it in. And on the exhalation, similar how in the Kapalabhati we use the navel to create this pump, we're pumping the air out again. So with each exhalation we're like so on the inhalation you're filling up belly, so you're filling up completely, and on the exhalation you activate the navel. What is this breathing meditation good for? It's very, very good for this seasonal sadness, depression, moving the energy. So with the inhalation, it's almost like, as I said, when you're feeling down, everything is down there. So with the and the breathing becomes quite shallow. So there's like everything is down there. So when you're lifting up with the inhalation, like, and on the exhalation, you're bringing the navel into the spine, so you're really creating that fire. And that fire in the belly. Okay? Inhaling 4 is like have a second of pause. It feels natural. And then on the exhalation, I'll show you just one more time. So really focusing on the exhalation to bringing the navel in. Try not to force it. So just whatever feels natural, it will come. We're going to do this for 3 minutes. And eventually, now I'm doing daily for 11 minutes. But we're just doing 3 minutes. If this is something that we're going to notice afterwards, how do you feeling? You can build it up to daily to the 11 minutes. Okay? So coming to the Gyan Mudra. Bringing the index finger together with the thumb gently, lengthen the spine, relax the shoulders, just connect with your breath a couple of times. maybe take an example to see how does it feel. So okay, and then we will start. If I can get into the timer. And then relax the breathing and just allow yourself to observe how you're feeling. Be present in the sensations. Listen and observe. And then softly open up the eyes. We're just going to do one more practice before we go into Shavasana. This is gonna look funny, so it will lift your mood with that anyway. So first you extend the tongue, then you bring it back, then you bring it to left, right. Extend, bring it back, right, left. It doesn't matter actually if it's left, right, right, left, or what is the order, just in, out, and the two sides. So like, why are we doing this? Because there is thousands of points like marma points when we're activating the energy centers in the mass. So when we're doing this, we're sort of like resetting, is like lifting and sort of like energizing through that. So we're just going to do it for a minute, and then we go into Shavasana. So like, go on then. One more time. How does it feel? And now make your way into the Shavasana, laying in the relaxation pose on your back. I'm gonna cover up with the blanket. See what you feel comfortable with, and just take your time to get into as comfortable a position as you can. Oops, that's not so comfortable. And then relax, legs about hip distance apart, arms a comfortable distance, palms facing upwards, chin slightly tucked in. And just surrender here. Allow yourself to melt into the mat. And just come into this being, just surrendering. I'm going to just let you relax in here, allowing yourself to settle. If your mind is busy, you can always use the breath to anchor it down by observing the rising and falling of the belly. So maybe start by connecting with this, observing on the inhalation, the belly rising and expanding. And on the exhalation, relaxing. And when you feel like you can let go of that and just be, just surrender, do so.
slowly start to bring the awareness back into the physical body, creating a gentle movement in the fingers and the toes. The ankles and the wrists. Coming to a big stretch, extend the arms above your head and the heels away. And then bend the legs and come into the constructive rest. Hand resting on the belly. From here, taking your time, moving into the fetal position onto the right side. And whenever you're ready, with the help of the hand and the elbow to keeping the spine as supported as possible, come to a seated position. Bring the hands to the heart again. Connect the left and the right side of the body together and the thumbs pressing into the heart center. Take a moment here to reflect on your practice. In yoga, we call our regular coming to the mat as a practice, because every day you practice, and it's all coming, as Patabi Joyce said. So it doesn't have to be perfection. It's not an exercise. It's a practice towards bringing ourselves back to balance. When the physical body, the mind cannot be free until the physical body is in pain or in tightness. So we use the physical asanas and the cleansing breath to release these pains, these blocks in the physical body. And when the physical body is free and in a healthy state, then we go and step a little bit further within, and we focus on creating this balance in the mind and the breath as well. If we only focus on one aspect, only the physical, or only the meditation, or only the breathing, it won't come together. The physical body needs the asanas. The energetical body needs the breath work. And the mind needs the concentration and the meditation. So we bring the three aspects of ourselves, the body, mind and the soul, into union, which is essentially what yoga means. Every time you practice, we get a little bit closer to that. Bring the hands together, creating heat between the palms. And then cover the eyes with the palms. And then blink into the softness on the palms. And whenever you're ready, let the light in. Thank you for practicing with me today. See you next week. So, it looks like we're opening up, or some parts are opening